invited several speakers from different offices in XJTLU. So we are going to work together to talk about how the XJTLU create the best student experience on the campus. So please allow me to introduce our guest speakers. The first one will be the head of the global office, Ms. Kirsty Maxson.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning.
And then we will have our colleague, Ms. Jason Gurf, the deputy head of Students Affairs Office, and also the ED Joe, the career officer from the Student Admissions and the Career Office. So we are going to talk about the topic together, and we also have invited the 3 lovely student ambassadors to join us to share their opinions and thoughts. So first, I will hand over to Kirsty to talk about the XJTLU's campus resources and the support and the advices we have provided for you.
Give me a second. Okay. Give me a second. We just play with our technology. Aha. Here we are. Yeah, no. So, right, okay. Now that we've worked out how to use the computer. So I'm going to talk through some of our facilities and services. One of the most important things I think that we offer, and this is quite unique, and one of the things that makes it very pleasant, I think, to work here and also to study here, is that we're basically a very new university. We were only opened around 15 years ago, and half of our campus and our entire Tai Sang campus were only built in the last few years. So we have this benefit of having really, really good infrastructure, very beautiful modern buildings, like excellent standard of facilities in terms of the academic facilities, laboratory facilities, student service, spaces to hang out, restaurants and dine in. It's a really, really beautiful campus. One of the things that when we take prospective students around the university, almost every single family or student will say, wow, this is an amazing campus. So we're very, very proud of our campus. It's, lucky we're a new university and there's a lot of investment gone into our amazing facilities. So that's one of the first things you'll notice as a student. So in terms of the campus, we've got, let's talk about the academic facilities. We have a fantastic library that's located in the center of the main campus, and if you're a student in the Tai Sang campus, you have another full library just for the 500 students who are currently registered in Tai Sang. So library will be one of the main places. It's got plenty of private study spaces. Students can book meeting rooms for their group activities or for some other purpose to do with your academic study. It's located near to where there's dining and cafe facilities, so you can take a break. It's a very pleasant place to study and to sit down, do your work. What else can I say about the library? It's a great library. Students also have, when they're using the library, they have access to all the digital library facilities. So that means you have access to the University of Liverpool digital catalogue. So as a student, I also am doing a PhD. I find that very useful because you can then access a whole global range of resources, as well as the resources that we have immediately in paper form. There's another huge reference library set of resources. So if you're thinking particularly about a PhD study or master's study, you will have a very high level of access to pretty much all international teaching, research journals. So let's look at some of the other facilities. So as I mentioned, the laboratories. If you're studying any of the sciences or computer sciences, electrical engineering, civil engineering, these disciplines that require specialized equipment, I would say that we probably have most of the equipment that a top 10 university would have access to. Why do we have such rare facilities? But largely because the local government here have heavily invested in science and research. So some of the more high specification technological kit is actually paid for by the local government, who's obviously got a massive interest in increasing China's profile and level in some hard sciences and technologies. So I think we're very lucky in this regard. Obviously, you will not, as an undergraduate student, be using the mass spectrometry system on your own. But if you're doing, for example, a research project in your dissertation year and you wish to use it, you will have a very unique access through your academic teaching staff to some of this very high-level, world-leading facilities. So, okay, just a few more pictures. If you're in a business school, we have a Bloomsburg investment lab. I don't know what the special name is. It's trading floor, like Bloomsburg trading floor, I guess, if you're studying in the investment financial programs, this will be something that you're aware of. So it's basically where you can do simulated trading. It's not many universities have such a resource, so we have a trading floor in our international business school. If you're planning to study anything in the film school is quite new. We only opened the film school around 3 years ago. So there's a whole corner of campus dedicated to film, TV production, media, and they have pretty much all of the equipment that you would need to make a movie, and including the theatres where you can actually show the movie. So quite a lot of our students in the film school are highly active in filmmaking and making amazing documentaries and movies. It's giving you like real life access to some of these professional technologies that you may come to need in your early career. Oh, I've gone past it. Right, sports and gym. So Jason will tell you a lot more about this, but we have a brilliant gym, sports stadium on the south campus of the SIP campus. So as you can see there, a climbing wall. I haven't experienced it myself. I quite like to actually, as well as outdoor, indoor sporting facilities. And I think they're easy to access. Students get very preferential access, and it's open almost a whole year. And you can use, you could go to the gym in the morning before class, you could go at lunchtime, you can join the sports societies, you can try new sports. I saw a student walking through campus yesterday who looked like Robin Hood with all the arrows and the crossbow. I thought, oh, that's amazing. I didn't realize there's an archery society. So I think, another area is sports, gym, really good set of facilities we have there. Now, lots of students ask about their accommodation. So one thing, the accommodation is not inside our campus. It's around the edges of our campus. Why is this the case? Because we are located in a higher education town where there's several universities all clustered together in a very student-friendly, student-focused enclave of the city, let's say. So the universities most of them do not have their own accommodation within their own campus perimeter. They are located around the edges in various different locations. If you're in the Tai Sang campus, our new campus, then the accommodation is inside the campus. So you literally get out of bed, walk across a bridge, and then you'll be in your lecture. If you're in the main campus, the SIP campus, you would walk between 5 minutes if you're in the very nearest accommodation block, MBA, to about 15, 20 minutes if you're in the most furthest away one. So it's not far, frankly, it's an easy walk. There's public buses which are very low cost, and you could get a bike, people have e-bikes. There's also a public bike scheme where you can just pick up a rent bike for almost next to nothing, cycle it to campus, dump it on the campus, get another one if you want to go home. So transport is very easy. These accommodation blocks are all within a very, very short distance. You basically will not have to factor in a travel budget or very much travel time. Now, what's the accommodation like? Well, there's a range. There's a very big range, I have to say. And the costs of the accommodation, you can see, reflects the range that we have. So the cheapest one would be on the top left of your screen, Parfait International Apartments. You can see there, I've got to say, it doesn't look as beautiful as that at the moment. That's a particularly well cleaned and nicely furnished room. They're not as beautiful as that, I would say, but you can see what the general layout is. There's a sort of communal dining area with a kitchen, a fridge, and there's a communal laundry on the various levels. It's not within the facility. And then around the dining area and the hangout area, there are between 4 to 6 private rooms. So each student's got their own private room, and in their own private room, you've got a very small ensuite bathroom. I'd say that they're quite small, not a huge room, I would say, and you share with the other 5 or 6 or 4 students the communal facility. So those are the ones that are the cheapest, 1,800 per month RMB. And then if you would like to try and book a more upmarket room, then there are 2 other accommodation blocks where you could get a studio apartment, 1-bedroom studio apartment. That's more like the 2,500 a month. Or you could have a smaller room, a smaller private room, more kind of like a hotel style, I'd say. That's called Parfait International Hotel, and they are halfway between those prices. If you would really want to cook for yourself, then you should book Parfait International, or you should book the Scholars Garden studio apartments. If you actually want a little bit more luxury, bigger living space, but you don't care about the kitchen, then the Parfait Hotel is probably the most comfortable. As we said here, I always checked with the university for room availability. Let me be honest with you, if you are a new student and you are booking your accommodation this summer, you may find that the only choice is Parfait International Apartments, because what happens is, as in all universities, the senior students who are already here will get on the best rooms, because what they do is they wait till somebody moves out and then they move in. So the more attractive the room, the more desirable it is, the more it's going to be snapped up by a senior student. So there may be a few apartments available, Parfait Hotel available, but probably if you're a brand new student joining this summer, you may need to wait a year before you can be there in situ to book a room as it comes available. But we guarantee that all new students will be given an accommodation. So you don't have to worry that there won't be any accommodation. I mean that you'll probably be only able to book the Parfait International Apartments until you've been here for a few months or a year. Catering. So Well, I mean, there's plenty of food around. Around the campus, there are two shopping areas filled with restaurants of different kinds. There's every kind of food you can imagine. There's Japanese food, there's all various kinds of Chinese food, there's McDonald's, there's a very nice pizza restaurant, there's coffee shops, there's some very nice Western food. You pretty much Korean barbecue, Hong Kong food. There's plenty of choice. They're generally aimed at students, so the costs are not very high. It's quite affordable. And on the campus, we have various like refectories where you can go in and have any kind of meal, very, very low cost. You can see in the middle with the green chairs, that's one of our main refectories. And we also have several cafes, a little bit more expensive, but more sort of, let's say a sort of more expensive kind of food, sandwiches and coffee. So no, I think you'll find plenty of places to eat. Okay, so what kind of support and advice do we have in addition to these facilities and infrastructure? So one of the things that you will have once you arrive and you register on campus, you will find that you've got two important people listed in your student account. One will be your academic advisor and the other one will be your development advisor. So there's a split responsibility. Academic advisor is a named staff member who you should go to if you're struggling with some academic aspect. Maybe you want to suspend your study. Maybe you're really worried about what will happen if you fail this exam. Your academic advisor is your expert who can support you with academic issues. Your development advisor, it's a strange name. It's a direct translation of the Chinese name. It doesn't really mean in the English sense development. It's basically pastoral support advisor. So this is the person who you can talk to if you have a health issue. Maybe you've fallen out with your classmates in the dormitory. Maybe you're worried about something and want to ask for some advice. So pastoral support helper, and lots of students will get to know their development advisor quite well over the course of their study, and they'll be the one who can advise you on what to do about a problem. So it's important you've got these two sets of advice. And then we have aligned to that, I guess, is that we've got a counselling service, a very good student counselling service. And one of the real benefits of XJTLU actually is that the university's invested quite heavily in its pastoral and counselling support. So there's a counselling centre, and you can pretty much, I would say, go there or email them, and you could get an appointment normally within 1 to 2 days. It's rare students have to wait very long, and then you could meet a counsellor, discuss your problems. If that may then be required, or the counsellor suggests that you meet them more regularly, you can set up a schedule of counselling. So emotional support may be connected to relationships or stress or like self-management. These types of issues are what a counsellor can help you with, and we get good feedback from our students that their counsellors really make a difference to their life and well-being. And then we have, which I won't talk too much about because we're going to have some people talking about the careers service, alumni support, English language support. There's for each of the 2 languages. So all of our programs are taught in English, but there's also a very big Chinese language teaching centre, and all international students will learn Chinese alongside their degree. So both English and Chinese have got a extra support service. So if you want to do extra, or if you're struggling with some aspect, you can access like additional resources to support those language learning. And IT support, I won't say much about that. If your computer breaks, there's a service desk to go and solve the problem. And just like most universities, we have a one-stop shop, which means a counter in the main university administration building where you can go Monday to Friday and ask about how to solve a problem. And mainly they'll say, okay, you need to go to this level to talk to this person, or it's like almost a signposting system, so you can work out in the quite large complex organization who deals with what and what you need to do to solve a question or a problem. So and I will say, I mean, I guess this should be somewhat obvious that you're probably already in the process of arranging your visa and booking your accommodation. The university, through the international office, arrange your visa for you to, your study visa for you to enter China. And then after you've entered, they will arrange your residence permit, which is your permission to live in China for the period of your course. Before you arrive, if you want, they'll book your accommodation. After you've got here, from the first day you arrive, you'll have basic medical insurance. This is, you don't have to pay any additional money for this. This will cover you for, well, basic medical insurance. If you fall off your bike and you break your leg, it will cover you for all the hospital costs. If you would like to take out a higher level of medical cover, then we recommend that you should do that before you set off. This is a basic package. We'll tell you more about it in the pre-departure, but yeah, it'll cover you for almost every minor thing that happens to you. General, normal illness, sickness, basic medicines, etc. We'll pick you up at the airport. If you arrive during the pickup period, that is, and drive you to the accommodation. And during that arrival process, you'll also have some scheduled induction events, which will introduce the university to you, where you need to go, the campus, the library, etc. But also that's a great time for you to meet other new students and to make friends and to start to settle into your new life. And I will pass.
Okay, so thank you, Kirsty. Now we're gonna have our second speaker, Jason Ge. He's gonna talk about the students run clubs and the societies. So give me a second. I'm just gonna stop the screen sharing, and Jason, you can start the screen sharing now, I think. Jason.
Oh, unmute.
Give me
Sorry,
a second.
Jason.
Sorry, Jason.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So I will share the screen with you. So hello, everyone. Nice to meet you here. I'm Jason from Student Affairs Office, and I'd like to share some information about the student clubs and activities at XJTLU. You know, XJTLU provide each student with a holistic university learning experience, including not only the curricular learning for academic excellence, but also the extracurricular learning for comprehensive development. And currently, we have more than 190 different clubs on campus registered, including 6 categories such as the academic clubs, art clubs, recreational clubs, sports clubs. So just give you a glimpse of the For example, academic clubs. Here are some the club logos. For example, you may find that some are perhaps closely related to the program you will study at this university, such as the physics, chemistry, and also you may find some are related to your personal development interests, such as the debating society or the history clubs. And also we have 45 art clubs. Some of them are about the performing arts, such as the opera, chorus, guitar clubs. And also you may find some are closely related to the fine arts. And also some of the sports clubs, such as basketball, football. These are very common. And also you may find some minor sport items, such as golf, archery, fencing, and also some table tennis like that. And also just now, Kirsty mentioned we have very gorgeous sports facilities, and you can enjoy the sports, have a very good experience here. And with so many student clubs, we also have many club activities each year, more than 1,000, including lectures, parties, workshops, performances, competitions, and so on. Also, in order to better support the development of the clubs, we have some brand programs, such as the Freshers Fair at the beginning of each semester, which can help to create lots of new members. And also we have a club culture festival to demonstrate the uniqueness of each club, and also a leadership training program to train our students to be better leaders in the clubs, and so on. You can explore more when you come to on campus. And also, as the saying goes, one picture saves thousands of words. Next, I will show you some of the student clubs that many of our international students are interested in and also have got actively involved in, such as the International Culture Bazaar. It's an annual great event organized by us. And each student from each cultural country can have a store or booth to demonstrate their unique cultural food, music, dancing, something like that. And also we have a international model show, and you can be a superstar on the XJTLU T stage. And also through the Explore China program, you got an opportunity to learn how to write the Spring Festival complete or make some paper card workers. And also you can have a chance to learn to how cook the Chinese traditional food like the mooncakes. And also we have a Chinese Language Day, in which you can get a real experience about the traditional Chinese dressing, the music instrument playing. Also, we have a international fair, which is organized by the university UMC. This is also a great annual event, which set up a platform for you to get connected with not only the people from within the university and also from all the cities, Suzhou, even the nearby city, Shanghai. And also, of course, we have a lot of sport tournaments, competitions. One of the most popular ones is XJTLU World Cup. It can be a real World Cup since our students and staff are from more than 100 different countries and regions from the world, and you can compete on behalf of your country. And with so many different clubs and activities, we have to create a dynamic learning community in which you can harvest fun, love, health, and friendship. And also with so many project-based learning opportunities, you can also improve your leadership skills, project management skills, or communication skills. And finally, we will help you become a global player with international perspectives and also the international competitiveness. So come and join us. We are looking forward to meeting you at XJTLU. Thank you so much.
Okay, so our next speaker is Miss Edie Zhou. She's the career officer from the Student Admissions and the Career Office. So Edie, so can you share your screen? It's perfect. Yes, we are able to see that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very clear.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me show you what our career office has to offer. Firstly, let's talk about our career talks. We invite experienced external mentors from diverse industries to help students choose their majors, build their own personalities, and kickstart their future dreams. These external mentors not only provide life planning guidance, but also deliver career lectures, share real-life cases, and offer internship and job opportunities. They come to classroom and guide students through class discussions and navigation. Moreover, students have the opportunity to take part in research or practical projects alongside the mentors, which gives them a taste of scientific exploration. While you're here at school, you can also come to our career office for one-on-one career consultations. We also organize career focus groups from time to time, where students can come together to discuss their career plans. If you have a creative streak, this is a place for you. We strongly encourage students to explore entrepreneurship and offer a variety of courses and policies related. Additionally, we host innovation and internship competitions that have benefited many students. Here you can see the pictures on the screen. But that's not all. Our Career Center is a department dedicated to providing career and internship opportunities, guidance for further studies, and other service for both undergraduate and postgraduate students. Our goal is to help students understand themselves better, establish a healthier career outlook, and lead happier lives. We organize a wide range of activities such as enterprise visits, mock interviews, campus job fairs, and recommend talks, all aimed to providing employment and internship opportunities for our students. In the picture, you can see a progress visit to Huawei Suzhou Research Institute, organized by our Career Center. Through collaboration with employees, our students get a chance to experience the company's culture, working environment, and gain insight into future employment prospects. We also hold international education fairs, where various postgraduate institutions come face-to-face with students to exchange information about further studies. It's a platform that allows students to learn more about their ideal institutions in person. Our Career Center also conducts regular postgraduate guidance seminars, providing students with personalized guidance and support. For those considering further studies, we provide planning and guidance materials. You can also find regular updates and information on further studies on our official WeChat website. In summary, Career Office is here to support you in every step of your career journey, help you develop a strong foundation for your further success. If you have any further question, you can contact me by this below links. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Edie. Okay. So thank you for the distinguished our guests. So today, as I mentioned before, we have invited 3 ambassadors to join us online. So they are all undergraduate students studying at XJTLU. So, so our first speaker will be the Aria Chan from Taiwan, China. She's now doing the study in the year 2 as an undergraduate student, major in media and communication studies. Hi, Aria. Can you hear us?
Hi.
Hi. Yeah. Good. I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you 2 questions regarding this topic. Are you ready to answer?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, thank you. My first question is, what resources are available to students to help them succeed academically at XJTLU?
Um, in my opinion, I really believe the university goes above and beyond to help students succeed. They give each student an academic advisors who's always there to help you tackle any challenge, be it about course choices, study techniques, time management, or future planning. Moreover, professors always have open office hours each week for students to make appointments to meet with them and answer any questions. From what I have experienced, each professor is genuinely there to help. And on top of that, XJTLU has lots of extra stuff like study abroad programs, internship, and job service. They even hold weekly sessions where they give you the lowdown on getting ahead in the job market, from crafting a job resume and asking interviews to understanding industry trends. Furthermore, they actively help students find internship and jobs with plenty of career advice on tap. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Aria. Yeah, as Aria just mentioned that, and also Kirsty mentioned that we do provide the students, every student will be equipped with an academic advisor, which we call them AA. So they care much about your academic progress and the performance. So if you have any academic related problems, you can always approach to AA for their professional opinions. Also, we do have the DA, we call them development advisor. They care much more about the students' well-being, like the mentally than physically health. So you can talk any problems that you came up with on campus. And also, we do encourage the student to go up to participate in the study abroad and exchange programs to our partnership like universities. So Aria, my next question is, so what advices would you give to the incoming students to make the most out of their university experience? Aria? Hi, Aria. Hello? Give me a second.
Hi.
Yeah, you're back. You're back, nice.
Hi.
Yeah, so did you hear my second question?
Yeah, I have heard that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
can hear you.
Okay. I think moving to a new city or country can be tough, especially when you're faced with a new language and culture. So it's really important to get involved with orientation activities, clubs, and social events right from the get-go. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on these opportunities and feel lonely in Suzhou. are conscious enough how important it is to get involved in clubs and volunteering. It's a great way to boost your communication skills, teamwork, and leadership potential. And remember, there's always help around if you need it, whether it's professors, advisors, or older students. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Everyone I've met at XJTLU has been nothing but passionate and approachable. Never let a problem drag on because you're too shy to ask. Take care of your feeling, and what you actually needed is super important.
Thank you, Ariel. Yes, as Ariel just mentioned, if you choose to become an international student at XJTLU, it is very natural that you will come up with some cultural shock when you just arrived at Suzhou. But we are always here. We have professional teams for you. So if you were strongly encouraged to participate into the different student clubs, and organizations to broaden your horizons and to make new friends. Yeah. So our next speaker is a very handsome boy, the Joey Patrick. He is from Indonesia. He is currently the year 3 undergraduate students major in biological science. So Patrick, can you hear us?
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. So I'm going to ask you 2 questions as well. So my first question is, what do you think sets this university apart from the others in terms of the students' experience?
Um, First of all, there's not many international universities here in China. So XJTLU being one of the few universities in China that actually taught in English already gives so much unique experience that you cannot find in anywhere in such that your daily life, basically, you can practice your Chinese in daily life and buying food and the supermarkets. But then for your academic, you still use English, which is very beneficial for me. Also, as a science student, I study in biology, like mentioned. I can confirm that the lab equipment that Kirsty mentioned is really good. One of the best lab equipments I have ever seen. And also before joining the university, I of course do some research on the teacher's background. And I am happy to find that the teachers came from a very prestigious backgrounds that already publish a lot of research and have a lot of experience in the field. And furthermore, XJTLU often offers internship opportunities or job opportunities that we can find in the email. So it's a good idea to check the email once in a while. And also, not only that, I feel very welcome and accommodated studying in this university by the staff and all the teachers also. All these factors really make my student experience in XJTLU very delightful.
Thank you, Joy. Yes, as Joy just mentioned that, and we do have provided students with this world-class science and engineering, very advanced labs for you to do your research. And also we have design, media studios for students to join in. So, and if you have, any academic related questions, our teachers, our academic staffs are very welcome, and we are always here for you to, we will be very helpful. So don't be shy to ask any questions that you have. So the next question for Joey is, how does the university support students' mental health and well-being?
Okay, as mentioned before, there's the school provide the students with a student counseling service, and this service includes a capable counselor that student can talk to about anything from academic to personal life, such as maybe interpersonal dilemmas. For example, and maybe some student may have anxiety or depressions or interpersonal relationships. All of these problems can be talked to the counselors. Also, there is a group workshop that students that face similar problems can have a good talk together, maybe led by a counselor that mentioned before, so that students that face similar problems don't have to feel alone. And of course, importantly, all of the information will be kept confidential.
Thank you, Joey. Okay, so our final speaker is also the classmate of Ariel. She's Yiwen Chen from Taiwan, China. She's also the major in the media and communication studies. So Yiwen, can you hear us? Yes, good, great. So my first question is, can you tell us a little bit about experience as a student at this university?
Okay, so I've been joining two clubs in the school, and one is the hip hop park, and another one is the ALA. And by joining these two clubs, it gave me a lot of opportunity of knowing more people in the school. And I think something really great about the school is that there are a lot of clubs in the school for students to join, as being mentioned just now. And there is no limitation that you can be able to join as many clubs as you want. And when the clubs are holding events, the school is also very happy to support the student as well. So besides the club, I really enjoy studying here because the school also offers the student a lot of chance, no matter whether it's study or working. So I feel really supported by the school, and the equipment here that the school provides to us is also very excellent as well.
Yeah, thank you. So the final question is, how has your university experience prepared you for your future career goal?
Okay, so for me, I'm a student studying in media and communication study, and I choose this major because I aim to become a PR or work in an advertising company in the future. So I think this course that I take is very beneficial to me. For example, in last semester, I took a course that is learning about video production. And during this course, I learned a lot of techniques like how to use PS, PR, Lightroom, shooting skills, and some other technique as well. So I believe that learning all these techniques will help me a lot when I'm looking for a job in the future. And the best thing about my major is that there are a lot of group discussion going on during the class, which give me the opportunity to have brainstorm with others from the class.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ewan. So thank you for our three ambassadors to join us for today's webinar. Okay, so I'm gonna start to share the screen now. Great. So can you see the PPT slides? Yes, so after today's webinar, so if you are interested in becoming the global citizen and a part of the XJTLU international community, so you can start, and this is our, we do have the online application page. So if you want to start to apply to be an international student, please log into our XJTLU website. And this website is going to guide you the step-by-step and how to submit your applications. So please be alert that the closing deadline for this year's cohort to enter in the September will be the end of next month. So in the end, please be reminded that if you have any questions regarding to the applications, so we can always be reached by calling us on the phone, and also by reaching us by the emails. We do also have created an official WeChat account for the X Global Office. This contains everything that you need to know about XJTLU and about how to be an international student at XJTLU. So I shall be very appreciated if you have the WeChat applications, you can scan the QR code in the screen to follow us. And also we do have the other social media, overseas social media accounts for you to follow, like Instagram and Facebook. I have also put the information here. So thank you for following us and thank you for being with us today. So we wish you every success in your future studies. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hope to see you here in September.
Yes, hope to see you on campus.